I'm recording now.
Alright, okay, let me record this. What did that say? Are you serious? Okay, let's do this thing. Full screen. Alright, guys, what is up? It's Bruinsteel, your host, and I'm here with Canadian Yorker. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, good, good. So today we're talking about the Jacob Blake situation. So I'm gonna it's not an interview or anything. We're just gonna share our thoughts on this. So I didn't do too much research about the whole situation. All I know is this guy was pointed by police, um, pointed at gun range by police, and he was handcuffed to his bed at the hospital for something. Someone told me that he committed a murder. Um, I'm not sure. I didn't really do a lot of research, but all I could say is that's kind of pretty messed up if you handcuff someone to the hospital bed. I don't think I've seen this done before, but it's just, I mean, wait for the guy to get house care or something, or like get treated first, and then you can handcuff when he's out of the hospital walking again. But I don't know if he committed the murder or not. People say that he might have, but like, still, he was shot by police, sent to the hospital, and he was handcuffed. And this is the reason. I mean, if anything that happens like this, it's gonna happen. Like people are gonna go out and protest about this all the time. When stupid situations happen, that's what people are gonna do. They're gonna protest. That's why sporting events got canceled that 1 week. Playoffs for hockey and basketball, they had to cancel some events due to the fact that people are protesting about this whole Jacob Blake situation. I mean, events happen like this, stupid shit happen like this. People are gonna go out and protest, and what do you know? Sports events are gonna get canceled. I mean, I don't know why sports events got canceled because there were no fans at all. Like the fans aren't going to make like a petition and say, oh, we'd rather protest instead of going to stupid sporting events. But I guess maybe some of the NBA players find this um situation to be really really evil and they want to be part of it. So that's probably why the whole league shut down because there are hockey players, there are NBA players that want to protest. That's why they don't want to play the sport. They just want to protest. So, like I said, I didn't do too much information, like research about this, but that's all I know. It's just he got handcuffed by his bed while he's getting treatment, and that's pretty much it. Like all I can say is stupid shit happens like this, and police gets involved, protesting gets involved, and Jacob Blake's father has the right to get angry. I mean, like, how would you feel if your child gets really, really hurt, and then once they're still in coma, some dude just like handcuffs you to the bed? That's just not good in my own opinion. So, I don't really have much to say. So, what do you think of this situation?
I think it's a complicated situation. Uh, it's tough. It's tough to put into words because the backstory behind the facts of the situation before Jacob Blake was in hospital. Um, there were stories that the police were had a warrant for his arrest, and uh, because they said that the facts are that he had been um, in contact with his ex-girlfriend, um, and he had been sexually assaulting her, and so the police had a warrant for his arrest. And when they saw him, when they met him, um, he originally they told him to stop and step down and to do that, but instead he didn't comply. So when they told him again to stop, and said he went to his car, and then while he was going to his car, Um, they really, he was going. They say he was going in to take out a knife, and and then he got shot in the back by the police officers. So that's the situation, and it's just this whole situation is really messed up. It's a really messed up situation. I honestly think that um, um, people got upset. They got emotional. They didn't. They didn't. Of course, again with this whole situation, George Floyd, uh, people protested. NBA players protested. Um, it's really a tough situation to put into words. Um, you know, Honestly, I thought that it's such a great thing that Jacob Blake did not die. But it's sad to see that he's paralyzed from the waist down, and it's sad to see that he might never be able to walk again. Um, and then there's other aspects. He has 3 kids. He's a father. Um, he's been I'm sure he tried hard to raise his kids. But let's take a look at what happened. Him, setting that example for his kids is not a very good decision on his part. Um, at the same time, the police officer's reaction to him was was wrong. People should not be shot in the back, especially if they're going to their car to do something. Especially if the police are detaining them, they should not be uh, attacked with violence. I think that's wrong. Um, and also, people seem to have lost our sense of respect for the police. Uh, so it's really, you know, this whole situation is really crazy situation, and what transpired afterwards is even crazier. It's even crazier because of the way people reacted, and their reaction is that they're going to protest against the police again, and a lot of emotion is coming out, and people are not really thinking this through, and you know, what kind of gets me is the way the NBA and all these sports leagues reacted, because the NBA right now is in the bubble, and the league, the National Basketball Association, has literally bent backwards to accommodate NBA players and accommodate social justice, including social justice slogans on the uniforms and on the courts, and allowing NBA players to kneel. And so, with the situation with NBA players saying that we're not going to play, we're going to quit playing basketball, and they did that for 2 days. And then after that, they said that we're going to resume playing basketball after 2 days. They said that we're going to completely suspend playing basketball because you know life is more important than basketball. But with the way that what the NBA has done is mixed politics with basketball, and look at what has happened. So, my respect as a sports fan for the NBA and for the basketball players is kind of depreciated. I've kind of lost my respect for sports, and because these people are not politicians. Um, that's just my thought. That's my opinion. But uh,
All
are you
right.
there?
Yeah. I'm here. It's just been lagging out a lot. I've been trying to switch my thing back to my avatar, but like it's like you're lagging and shit. Like you're not even moving your webcam. So see if you like can switch to like regular like no video camera. See if it works.
Regular video camera.
No, I
Um.
don't. I changed mine to avatar because you were lagging like hell.
Oh, really?
Maybe it's because maybe it's because I have Zoom open and I'm recording both on my computer and Zoom. But like, can you switch to turn off your webcam and see if it's better?
Let me see if I can turn off my webcam. Is that better?
Yeah, that's much better.
Okay, good. Yeah, so basically I was
All
saying
right,
that, you
so
know,
honestly, we've been talking for a while. Let me just say something real quick. I don't think there has ever been a situation where like someone get got handcuffed and then got attacked. Like that's just like horrible. If like someone gets handcuffed, right, and then they're still being attacked, they're just defenseless. I have seen this in wrestling before. Like I've seen like WWE wrestlers, they're out of control. They get um handcuffed, but still people attack them while they're handcuffed, which is just awful. There probably have been cases like that, but honestly, I think there should be a law saying that, oh, if someone gets arrested, you shouldn't attack them if they get handcuffed or are already being punished or by the police or like you know what I mean. Like there should
yeah,
be a law saying like
yeah,
if
so,
animals
yeah,
are already like handcuffed or like knocked out, you shouldn't attack them again. And
yeah,
then there should be a law saying that you shouldn't handcuff people if they're in the hospital bed. You should just wait until they're like released from the hospital and then you can arrest them because like handcuffing them to a hospital bed is just messed up. To be honest with me.
yeah. I think that the police handcuffing him to the uh, handcuffing him is it's something that I've seen before in hospital setting, but nobody really paid any attention to it. You know, people never really paid attention to police handcuffing suspects to their beds. It's been done before. It's it was commonplace and it was never really addressed. But now
Yeah,
in 2020, it's such a
I've
big
seen it in
issue.
I've
You
seen it in
know?
movies though. Like I've seen people getting handcuffed in movies, but I didn't think maybe it would happen in real life. But like um yeah, and yeah, the protesting is gonna happen. I knew that the protesting was coming because oh, this dude gets handcuffed at a hospital bed. That's just so messed up, and I knew the protesting would happen. Anything that was retarded that happens, just protesting comes out of nowhere, and
Yeah,
as a result of cancellation of sporting events, and it doesn't have to be sporting events. They canceled some like soccer events. They canceled. I'm surprised they didn't cancel WWE, but
yeah. Jeff, I just have a question though. Do you think that the protesting will bring about any change? Do you think that there's a plan they have in place, like some demands that they have in place to help improve the situation? Because one thing I've noticed with the protesting is that they're only protesting. There's no list of demands for the protesting. You know what I'm saying? So
yes, I
like this is
honestly don't know. Like if I were to like, um, I actually protest myself before on gun violence and stuff like that, Hudson Valley, or when I was working at Albany, they had like a gun violence protesting, and I joined in because I just feel like gun violence is just wrong. But I just don't think it does anything. I protest, but like there's still gun violence out there. People are messed up in their head. Um, George Floyd killed a young boy in Florida. I forgot the George Zimmerman case. Not George Floyd. Wow, the George Zimmerman case. People were protesting that this guy's a monster, but he like they were protesting for him to go to jail for his mistakes. But like because of the protesting, nothing has been done. So I'm not. I would say no. I don't think protesting will help. But like I mean, George Zimmerman didn't get any punishment, even though the protesting happened. So I don't think that the protesting will help, but probably will help if you start a petition. There are many petitions that gone viral out there, and some actually had gotten the signatures, like the signature goals. You know what I mean? And they have gotten signatures to their desire like goal signature number, and they actually have passed the petition to make it happen. So like. I do believe petitions do work though, but I'm not sure about protesting. That's my own opinion.
yeah, I get what you're saying, but you know, I'm kind of looking at the big picture, like the history. Like I'm looking at the civil rights movement. and I'm looking at what we have today, this neo civil rights movement in our society right now. So, from studying civil rights movement in school, we learned that there's the civil rights movement. They wanted equal equal they wanted equal education for all. They wanted equal public transportation. People allowed to travel on public transportation. These are demands that they have. Demands. Okay? These are strategic things that they want to accomplish, strategic goals. Now, I've been asking myself as I've been looking at protesting, what demands and what goals do these people want, right? So I'm just trying to look at this from the big picture. The goals and demands. So one of the goals that they want us to defund the police. One of the other goals is that they want us um, to like improve communities. I'm not sure what goals. Like, what is the goal of the protesting? Just for us to think deeper about this and to actually make a difference in the community. And the other thing that you mentioned the sports. They wanted to protest that. They wanted to. They said that they're going to shut it down. They're going to stop playing sports. Now, Jeff, what do you think that was a good move by the sports world, by the NBA, the NHL, to just stop playing sports? Because in the end, what we realized is that these people who are who are who are who are athletes, they're not playing. They're playing for a cause, yes, but at the same time, these people who are athletes are some of them might have good intentions, but their intentions are misplaced, and the reality is that they they chose to continue playing instead of just standing up for the principle, which was about Black Lives Matter, and stop playing. I take a look at like Muhammad Ali. You know, Muhammad Ali, he stopped boxing for like 2 years, 3 years, and he was in jail, and he didn't box at all because the U.S. government was trying to draft him into the army, and so he didn't do that at all, and he gave up boxing for 2 years to literally stop boxing. He went to jail. He spent his time in jail, and when he got out, he resumed boxing. Now, now, with what the NBA just did, they only stopped playing basketball for 2 days because they realized they were going to lose money, and then they continued playing basketball. Now, from my point of view, that doesn't make any sense. That was just a waste of time, and they should have never talked about it in the first place. They should have just focused on what they had that was important, and that was just, you know, you know, either just playing basketball, and instead, they got involved in the political, in politics, So this politics has really messed up sports. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let me go back to for and tell you what I think about if sporting events should have canceled. So honestly, I don't know if you've seen any of the playoffs, but most of the NBA players like Jason Tatum on the Celtics, Jalen Brown, they have all wear like Black Lives Matter. I think these NBA players care too much about like the environment, and they have the right to. I mean, like some players don't. People show their support, like Black Lives Matter. The players wear Black Lives Matter jerseys, and honestly, I think if a player is going through a stressful thing, like it can be like a player getting hurt. I can give you examples. So Boston Bruins, you might not know the player, but Boston Bruins 2011 NHL season, Stanley Cup Finals. Nathan Horton actually was a right wing player for the Bruins, and he got knocked out pretty hard. With that he had to be stretched out on the stretcher, and the whole Boston team just was worried. They were worried about him, and they just lost total concentration. Like right after this guy goes down hard on the ice and had to be taken out off the ice on stretcher. So like the Bruins gave up 3 goals after um I think it was like that or something. They missed like four. They missed so many open nets that like easy shots. They just lost concentration. Honestly, I think it was an okay of a decision because like what kind of player like if I was an NBA player and I heard that someone got handcuffed on the hospital bed, I'd probably lose concentration. You wouldn't just. I mean, they care about the citizens. They care about the environment. And honestly, I would like not want to play and and then protest if you care about like your own like U.S. citizens or something. So like Jason Tatum was wearing Black Lives Matter. Everyone was wearing like something that to do with the environment and this country. Like Black Lives Matter. When Kobe Bryant died, everyone showed appreciation. Um, but that's different. Even though Kobe died, they still resumed play. Like it has to be something serious. Like I mean, this was serious. People were sad that Kobe died, but like the handcuffs and violence is just more serious, in my opinion.
Yeah,
But honestly, it's depending on like how you feel about like the country or your fellow U.S. citizens. Like for the Celtics, they 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 probably canceled it because players wanted to protest. They care about Jacob Blake. They cared about how the police like treat the citizens. So my own opinion, um, I think it was a good idea. I'm not sure. It can go either way. Like NBA saying that, oh, we have to get the playoffs done, no cancellations, but they canceled because there's people out there who, even players who care about the environment.
yeah, yeah. I get what you're saying, Jeff. Yeah, the players. I guess some players care about their community, and if they really cared about the community, then they would really help the community out. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
Like,
the league, there's people like the commissioners and the people who run the NHL, the NFL, whatever. They might even care about the environment. They probably canceled it themselves because they no players are going to be like, oh, we're going to protest because someone wasn't like getting the respect or like whatever. It can be like even the commissioner of the league who canceled it because the commissioner. It could be like the commissioners themselves could just be wanting to protest and they're like, oh, I'm the commissioner. I can do whatever the hell I want. I'm gonna just cancel the league so people can protest.
yeah, yeah. I get what you're saying about that. Um, However, I'm just kind of, I guess I'm just like trying not to poke holes in in what's going on in society, but I can't help it. But I see what you're saying. That yes, the players. I think what the players can do to help the community further, and maybe the NBA can do to help the community further, is to really invest money into the community, help invest money into the community because um, right now people are going through a lot of different things. People are losing their homes. People are on the are people. A lot of people are not working right now. What's it now? It's like 25 million unemployed people right now in the country, and NBA players investing by helping and pooling the money together maybe and investing money and helping people to stay afloat would be a great way for them to show how they help their community because well, right now with the playoffs going on, it's really competitive and stuff. But at the same time, you know, it seems like everybody's kind of sitting on their hands and not really doing anything. They're just going out and protesting because they're not asking of themselves, well, what are we doing to help people? Like, people, it seems like almost as if the NBA and the NBA players, because the NBA players are a small, tight group of players. That's like 200 players, 200 players that are playing in the NBA league right now, and there's like thousands of basketball players that try to join the NBA every year, but only like a few get out and actually make it to the league. And you know, if they really want to show how they help the community, then it would really be a really good idea to help the communities they live in. Because when I walk outside on the street, when I walk outside on the street, I see the same thing. I see people who are struggling to get by. We're always gonna have this in life, but I see people who are struggling to get by. I see um, schools that are in need of equipment. I see broken down houses and homes and all these things on everywhere I go, where I live, and this is the reality of the world that we live in, and so it's just a complicated. It's really complicated. So
Yeah. I don't have anything else to say. Like, I honestly, I mean, all I can say is it's gonna happen every time something stupid happens in the world. People are just gonna protest. I mean, people are still protesting right now about the Floyd situation. That's been like throughout like the whole week, 2 weeks now, and people are still protesting. Like, holy crap!
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just crazy. The whole world. I mean, 2020 has got to be the craziest time of my life. I mean, as far as I know, I think 2020 is probably the craziest time of my life. I mean, I'm glad to
Yeah,
be
it's
alive. I'm glad to be alive. It's great. It's great to be alive. It's great to wake up every day and try to accomplish your goals. But at the same time, 2020 is a really tough year for everyone all over the world. And for us, me and you, for everyone all over the world. And there are people out there who are going through tough times, but the best thing you can do right now is just stay strong. Try to stay strong. Have faith in God.
yeah. I
Um,
hopefully
you
hope
know,
this coronavirus. Hopefully this coronavirus ends like at the beginning of the spring semester. I can't take this shit anymore.
yeah, yeah. Well, I know that with the weather getting colder now, it's gonna be
Yeah.
harder.
If you don't wanna deal with the coronavirus, just move to the North Pole or the Antarctica or Alaska.
Yeah, yeah. They say well, right now we have the flu season coming up because the weather's getting colder, and right about this time people start catching the flu. Um, but so now we have to be careful, even more careful. Especially me and you, we're in the Northeast, we're in New York. Around this time, we know that the fall is here, winter is coming. It's gonna be getting colder, and because we're in the Northeast, it's going to be tough, you know. So
Yeah, yeah.
it's just hang on to your seat, hang on, just fasten your seatbelts, everybody. It's gonna be tough. So the best thing we can do is try to hold on for dear life.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard about this. I'm not sure what state it happened, but like there was news about a man eating another man's face, and people were protesting stupid shit about that too.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know when it happened like several years ago. Like a man with like cannibalism. Some dude just ripped someone's like it was a homeless guy. Some dude just ripped a homeless guy's face off or something with his teeth.
Oh my lord. Uh,
Yeah.
wow. I've never heard that story.
I
So
can probably find the article, but like there were people protesting about that, saying that that's probably like fake news, and they're protesting like, what the hell?
wow, wow. That is a crazy story. I say. Um,
Like the fact that there might be a zombie apocalypse,
I
but nothing has happened.
could probably say a zombie apocalypse would. Oh, it's probably just as bad as a pandemic, or worse. You know. So
Yeah, like there are people out there that don't like to like talk about this stuff. Like I did so many coronavirus talks with you, and then I asked one of my friends, and he's like, "No, this is kind of retarded. This is like not healthy for you." Like I don't get it. Like people don't want to talk about this shit. It's annoying and scary. I mean, like I can totally agree. Like people are telling me to shut the fuck up because I'm just sharing my thoughts on like stupid and messed up situations. But I'm just like putting out opinions out there, you know. But people are like, I don't give a shit about the coronavirus. It's probably fake. Yeah, that's probably why a lot of people got infected by the coronavirus. They're retarded. They think the whole situation is fake. They just go out there without a face mask. That's why people go to supermarkets without masks, they get thrown out by the police saying that, oh, this guy's like, oh no, fuck that, I'm not wearing a face mask. And as a result, they get arrested and get thrown out. That's probably why people get the coronavirus. They just don't care about the environment. They think anything they hear about TV is fake. I mean, like some stuff that you hear on TV are probably fake, but like, you know what I mean.
Yeah, is that in New York? You're saying people are starting to get lax, like people are starting
Like
to get
everywhere, like
lax
in
about that?
general, like I've seen like people, like I went to Walmart like one time to like send a package because my computer was broken, so I had to go to Walmart for FedEx, and I had to send a package, and I saw like some dude getting arrested and shouting at the police and security because he wasn't wearing a fucking mask and he hesitated to.
That's crazy. Well, 2020 is just making people go crazy
And
because you
there
know,
was an old man. Sorry, there was an old man. There was an old man that got on the bus and he hesitated to get on a face mask, and there were videos of like it was like a SWAT team just swatting him, and then he just like was getting dragged by police, and you can't go anywhere without mask, and you just throwing punches at security. It was messed up. There was a video.
I think I saw that. I think I saw that on TV. That was on national
Yeah,
television.
yeah. I think I sent
Yeah,
it to you one time. It was old man. I think it was old man. It could have been a middle-aged man, but I'm not sure. But he was like getting dragged by police or something because he um didn't want to wear a mask or something. I don't know.
yeah, yeah. I think people are starting to lose their marbles because they don't like wearing masks. And to be honest with you, wearing a mask, it restricts your breathing. It restricts our breathing because as human beings, we're meant to breathe. We need to breathe. And when we wear a mask, that mask just makes us re-breathe the bad air that the bad air that we're only exhaling from our body. So it only really weakens our immune system, and we really need to wear masks. I mean, we don't need to wear masks because we need to be able to breathe as human beings. I can understand their point of view, but at the same time, you have this virus that's so small we can't even you know detect it. We can't even protect ourselves from it. We need the mask to wear it. So it's just a precaution for ourselves and for others. We have to wear it to protect for protection. And sometimes for some people it can be a tough situation to be in. And you know, it's the reality that we are living in right now. It's now August. It's been 8 months of coronavirus in 2020, and maybe going on into 2021. So we don't know how long coronavirus will be around for. The Spanish flu, this was in 1918, as was around for 3 years before it finally went away. So hopefully the coronavirus won't be around that long, and hopefully there will be a breakthrough um, to be able to find some sort of solution to this problem. So you know,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Um, Anything else? I'm trying to think of something, but I can't think of anything else to say. Um,
yeah. What do you think about the entire sports world's total flip after 2 days protests?
um, I don't know if it would affect players, but like, oh, what if the games? I think it was right after the protest. My Bruins played a horrible game. We lost like 7-1. Um, that probably I do think bad situations do cause distractions when people play. Like, I mean, like if I'm having a bad day and I play tennis after, I had this before. If I had a bad day and I play tennis, I just lose total concentration. As someone who plays sports, I can tell you the experience that I had. That it's a normal thing. Like if you're going through stress and you're playing like a sport or something, you'll definitely lose concentration. Um,
Yeah, but
Same with
what do you think about the situation? Because the only reason why the sports worlds didn't stop playing is because they did it because of the money. That's the only reason why they didn't stop playing. They said they were gonna stop playing because lives are more important than basketball. But then They had a meeting on it, and Michael Jordan was there, and somehow it's brought up that they had to continue playing because if they didn't continue playing, they would lose money, right? So so that's the problem. That's my issue with it. That's my issue. If they're gonna stand up for principle and say, you know what, you know what, I would rather lose money rather than and continue to protest and help out with that. And then instead of saying, you know what, I'm gonna continue playing and and because I don't want to lose money. You know what I'm saying? In 2020, people have lost. They've lost their jobs. They have their income reduced and all that stuff. These players are still getting paid by the NBA. They're still making money from endorsements. They make a lot of money. LeBron James, he's worth half a billion dollars. He makes $90,000 a year. So that's my issue. That's my issue. That's something that I don't understand. That's something that's my issue. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
never should have
okay.
said that they would continue, that they would stop playing basketball. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah.
that's something that kind of bothers me. That's something that I've kind of lost my respect for the NBA. That's just my, you know, you get what I'm saying, Jeff?
I yeah, I do. Mm, I don't have anything to say to be honest. Like it's just crazy.
It is crazy. It's really it's a tough situation to talk about, and honestly, I think that it's something that I'm still struggling with coping with. Because as a black man myself, I wouldn't want that to happen to me. If I'm ever in a situation like that, I would not want to be in that type of situation, because that's a tough situation to be in. You know, uh, it's just crazy. It is. It's just nuts.
Don't worry. If we're the Power Rangers, we'll kick ass.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm just hoping. I'm hoping that that everything will, you know, that there is some good that will come out. I'm hoping that there is some good that will come out. We will start seeing positive results in our nation. In the politics. Um, we'll have to see what happens later on down the line. So
Yeah,
we just have to hope for the best.
yeah.
And also I'd like
Well,
to see
guys,
how also it's possible to maybe see what we can do to help what we can do now. What can we do now to help our communities right now? Like help each other, help others. So and help ourselves. So
yeah. I have nothing. So, is there anything else, or I'm done?
I have nothing else to say.
All right. Anyways, guys, thank you for tuning in. That was our talk about Jacob Blake. Um, I don't know, like it was on Jacob Lake, and then it turned into like protesting talk. So that was a nice talk. But anyways, I'm Bruinsteel. This is Canadian Yorker. We probably not sure if did you record or no?
Yeah, I'm recording.
Oh yeah, so you'll see another video on his channel. So it'll be Canadian Yorker. I'll put his YouTube description in the this video. So thank you guys. Anything else you want to say?
No, no, nothing else. I'm all set. I think I've kind of said everything I need to say. Um, yeah, from my I think I've said everything I need to say. So, thank you guys for watching.
All right. See you guys later.
See you later. Bye bye.